Hey, it's Josephine from the Pointe shop. I'm filming for my mom's store today. This is where I grew up. This is where I learned how to fit pointe shoes. This is where the magic happens. And today I'm reacting to Maria Korova. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but she is absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to see what she's going to do. I see a cheese grater, so I'm a little scared, but let's take a look at what she does with her pointe shoes.
This is a Block Serenade Strong.
Pretty hard shoes. Hard shoes, hard shank, long vamp, long wings, pretty square platform, but she looks like she has really small feet.
Started wearing them when I was at the 4th grade at Vaganova Academy, so it's been a long journey with these. As you can see, it's like pretty much straight, and the tip, it's quite rounded at the edges.
So there are rounded platforms, tilted platforms, and flat platforms. The flat platform is obviously a little bit easier to balance and it's a little bit more stable, but the rounded platform is actually a little bit easier to roll up and down. So depending on what you like, you can select a different type of platform.
To customize my shoe to be a little bit more stable and to grip onto the floor.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love these videos.
And to break the box. So I just stand with my heel like this on the box and just crack.
Okay, I will give you a disclaimer here though. If you're a dancer in training and you buy your own pointe shoes, don't be too harsh on your pointe shoes because they won't last very long. She probably gets free pointe shoes, so she's able to customize it exactly the way that she wants it, but it's not gonna last more than a few hours. So don't do this if you have to buy your own shoes.
It has flattened down, and now I can fit my foot into the box. So
oh my gosh, her feet are so gorgeous.
You can see there are two straps inside the shoe, and I tighten them for the shoe to sit more proper on my foot. I always kind of flex my Achilles to give a little bit more room.
So this is a cotton drawstring, but you can also customize it to have an elastic drawstring too. So again, this depends on what you like. If you like it to be really tight, then you can use the cotton drawstring, but most people like the elastic because it doesn't come off. Even if you tie it a little bit too tight, you can still move your feet.
The sole of the shoe. And as you can see, it's like really firm. You cannot really use the foot articulation with this sole like this because it's very straight. And I needed to bend together with my foot to emphasize the
oh my gosh, your feet are so gorgeous.
I have my knife, so I have to get inside the sole here.
There are a lot of injuries that happen in customizing your pointe shoes. I've heard all kinds of stories, so be careful when you're using these.
I have to get inside there with the knife like this, and then I have to crack it open like this.
Some shoes are really easy to separate, like Freeds are really easy to like pull off because it's just a little bit softer, the glue, but Block, Capezio's very difficult. There's a lot of brands that are really hard to separate the sole, the inner sole from the outer sole. So yeah, this butter knife trick is a good one.
Here's the
I like how she's just pointing her foot in the background. Like, I'm not even paying attention to what you're saying right now. Your feet are gorgeous.
And this nail I will leave at its place, and this nail I will pull out using this device. And yeah, so I will
all kinds of scary tools.
So you can see inside there's this red thing, which also
that's like a little reinforcement.
Is I break this outer sole.
So the 3/4 kind of gives you a shelf for your arch to sit on top of. So for a lot of professional dancers, doing this trick actually makes the shoe last longer because it distributes the weight back into the heel. If you're a dancer in training though, this often makes the shoes last shorter. So it depends on what your skill level is.
And then I also bend the inner sole together with the outer sole, not as low, but around, you know,
wow, this is very precise.
Heel, just to make the very top part a little bit softer. Not too much, because I still need a lot of strength in this area because I struggle with too soft of shoes. So I just need
because her feet are so insanely flexible.
Done. And then we are continuing on to the very interesting part, which is considering the tip. I will introduce you to my vegetable grater. And
I called it a cheese grater because I eat cheese and she eats vegetables.
It's not very comfortable.
Oh, she's so gorgeous.
So I use this grater to grate the excess layers of this shoe, make it flatter. So just holding onto something, wearing this shoe, and just grating the tip towards the brown layer. The green layer, which comes before the brown layer, is slippery, but the brown layer is the way to go. And the very important thing is I grate it until it's even I try to grate it until it's
Okay, so
even
she
all
likes
the
a
way
really,
up.
really
And
flat platform.
Just twisting. There are layers appearing. I hot glue and shellac it.
Oh my gosh,
Longer to
even
make it
harder?
stronger. So I glue inside of the
Okay.
tip to make the surface a little bit thicker and a little bit more stable.
I see.
I put a rather thin layer of glue.
So a lot of people ask why professional dancers have to like butcher their shoes before they wear them. It's because even if they get a customized pointe shoe, their feet and their preferences are very different. Some people like it very soft in the shank. Some people like it 3/4. Some people like it very hard. Some people like the wings harder. So everyone does something very different. They just learn to customize it the way that they like. Our job as pointe shoe fitters is just to help people understand their own preferences because it's all different. I can't tell you that this shoe is perfect for you. We're just helping you on the journey.
I will shellac the sole. With shellac, I feel like it's giving the elastic strength to the sole, while the glue breaks and the shellac is very elastic, so that's
a
why
good way
I
of explaining
love
it.
using it. Weirdly enough, really makes the shoe wearing experience that much better.
Interesting.
And I use this Baskin-Robbins spoon, and I just pour a little bit, almost
like medicine.
a full spoon, I would say, and carefully spread over.
You can also use a brush too.
You can
Oh my gosh, she
color,
shellacks
and it
the
can be scary
whole
at first,
shank.
but I spread it all around, again, a thin layer.
Dang
because if
girl,
you make
she likes her
too
shoes
much,
hard.
This is how the shoe looks dried down.
So it
Sewing
doesn't look like
actions,
she
and
has any
first
customs on her
we
pointe
darn
shoes.
it.
It looks like she's
it
doing
looks very
all of the
weird right now,
customizations
but to make it
manually.
even- I want to incorporate in my darning as many layers as possible to make it last longer
Interesting.
again. And go inside.
So a lot of people use darning to find the edges of the platform, but a lot of people also like to darn to make the box last longer. And since she graded it down so much, it's probably really thin. Darning probably helps with that.
Going through the layers and not letting the thread twist. This is how the shoe looks finished. Of course, when I wear it, it will spread out a little bit more.
Flatten down.
And I also like sewing on the elastic, transparent one, around my arch of the foot.
That's called a vamp elastic. So it gives you a little bit more support on the top of your foot if you have very flexible feet, which obviously Maria does.
Voila, this is the finished result.
Wow.
Everything is covered with elastics and ribbons.
And then she wears satin ribbons.
So this is the ready result.
Let's see it on. Let's see it on. Put it on.
Every shoe is different.
Yeah.
For some reason, all of the pairs of shoes have their little tiny differences.
True.
So
Put it on. I want to see her dance.
Subscribe to the channel if you
Oh,
like.
go and
Videos like
subscribe
this,
to her
you
channel
know,
because she
sound
deserves
really
it. That is
important.
amazing. Oh, she's so gorgeous. I used to do pointe shoe hacks with a lot of professional dancers and watch them like customize their pointe shoes. It's so interesting. If you guys want us to bring that series back, let us know. And I will see you guys later.